I hadn't started Zoom and I hadn't started recording, so thank God you guys, okay, so now I want to share screen. Share screen. And show this, share. Okay, so we were just so far talking about getting into Bold Trail, and we started with checking out your profile. So you click on your profile picture here, you pull up your profile, and I was explaining that 90% of what's in this profile comes from your national profile. So you have to log in to, if you want to change something, right? I don't think I got that right, hold on. I don't need to change anything, but I'm showing you, so you want to go into your remax.net profile. That profile, of course, is right behind this, is right here. And you update your profile, so it's pulling this picture from here. I can't change it in Bold Trail. And you want to go to view my profile. So a lot of you, so let's go back. I want to show you some things a lot of you are missing in your profile. One thing is this about me. It's a quick bio. You want to make sure that that bio is in there. And I believe this bio, when I say 90% of this comes from your national site, it doesn't all come from the national site. So if you want to edit something, you start by edit profile. And if it will let you edit it here, it will not. So that is coming from my national profile. So, okay. The other thing a lot of you are missing is a signature. And I just got a very plain signature, but I want to show you what your possibilities are. If I go here and I go to agents and I pull up like Olivia or Becca, just tell me which one we see first. I know they both have a, right there, we'll do Becca. If I pull up Becca's profile, she has a very pretty signature that she has created and uploaded into there. So then when people get email from Bold Trail from you, that is the signature of the email that they get. So you can see she's got a nice bio here. She's got a nice signature here. There are more things if you've got any, what do you call those? CRS, GRI? It's credentials. If you, what do you call those? Anyway, designations, if you've earned any designations, you can put those in. Your background, there are a lot more things that you can enter. But again, a lot of this is coming from your national profile. So go over there, complete it, and it will upload to here.
Can
Yes.
we have our name bigger in our signature than our brokerage name?
Let's see.
Or is that only for marketing or what is that? Well,
That's a good point. That I would argue that even here Rebecca's not out of compliance.
okay.
Because here's the name, oh, that's her direct line, here's the address, here's the logo. First of all, the idea is that they need to be able to get a hold of me if they're angry with Becca. So that is the whole point of the rule, that your broker, you either have to have the broker address or the broker phone number, and that the broker cannot be hidden somewhere, is because literally people were getting where I only have Lacey's cell number. I've never met her at her office. I don't have any phone number. I don't even know where she works because nothing is in. And I want to complain about her and I can't because I don't know who to call to complain about her.
So the name font isn't as
it's
big
not
as
the
that.
font. It's the amount of space you dedicate to your name versus the amount of space you dedicate to the broker.
Oh.
And I could argue
Clever.
she's given herself that amount of space and she's given me that amount.
Oh, loophole. I like it.
Yes.
Okay.
To me, I think the rule is important. What I don't think is important is minimizing yourself. I want you guys to get your name out there and known. It's just important that if they hate you, they can call me and tell me that, right? Okay, so good question, but there you go. Okay, so your profile, you just want to make sure your profile is updated, these things that are in here that you want. The other thing is you want to check out your website. And again, you can just click on your thing right here. And here's your website right here, right? lisadamron.remaxparrot.com. That's pretty much everyone's, you know, LaceyCobb.remaxparrot.com. I know you guys don't know this, but you all have your own website that you can direct traffic to. You could say to somebody, just go to my website and look up the listing.
So we don't any longer have to have our own different domain?
You can, so I have
Well, but we
a,
gotta pay for it. If this is already paid for, I don't know.
this is already paid for.
Okay.
So I paid, cause I bought it a long time ago, so I get it really cheap, but I paid for lisadamron.com.
Right.
What I've done is I've said, when people type in
Mm.
lisadamron.com, send them to lisadamron.remaxparrot.com. So I don't pay for my own website, I
Okay.
just have a vanity domain name that I point to this website. So
Okay.
either way, they come to this website. You
Right.
notice this is Battle Creek,
That's cool.
right? It's
Mhm.
because I purchased from Patman Photography some photos of Battle Creek and Marshall. And so you can go in there and set it up where those are the photos that show, rather than the stock photos that they have. And that's in there, and that's kind of that's next level. I'm just wanting you to know you have a website today, okay? So if you're gonna send somebody to look at a listing, why wouldn't you send them to your site? Why would you send them to Flax or Realtor.com or anywhere else? Send them to your site. You can see there's a chat with me bubble right here. Somebody could go to your website and chat with you right then and there. You have to set that up, but again, it's easy. If anybody I'll be teaching these classes again. I taught them and recorded them, but if anybody's like, I really wanna just do that, reach out to me, I can send you the training on it. Like, I wanna do the chat bubble, great. I could, matter of fact, let's see. Let's try.
What you're looking for does not exist.
Please do not, yeah,
No, it is.
not today,
Good job.
people.
No,
And she has the chat bubble,
that's not
so
what mine looks like though. That's why I get so confused, cause when I go to it, mine says Marshall.
it should too.
Oh, maybe it changed, maybe I set it to change.
Maybe you did,
Okay.
maybe
I think
it
I'm doing that.
rotates,
Yeah.
but
maybe I
so
did.
here's,
Hmm.
and you can see. She's got a
Like, it
nice
should be
big neat
different every time somebody goes there?
photo on
So yeah,
there.
let me do it.
That is not standard, you have to put that in there, here's her little bio. Right, so there are a lot of things you can do to beef up this website, but you do have your own website, you all do.
Oh, yeah, here's what it looks like
So
for
it's
mine.
different, yeah.
But I
Yeah.
still don't say anything about Marshall.
Not saying, but photos, she's saying that the photos behind her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Which I thought maybe one of them is Marshall, but yeah, I think I set it to change it.
It's a
Okay.
pretty stock photo there, girl.
Yeah.
yeah, but you can see they rotate, so even if
Yeah.
I'm using those Battle Creek pictures, I think I'm using Battle Creek and Marshall, I can't remember. It'll be different each time, so it is a rotating thing, which is why it's that picture on hers
Oh,
and that
nice,
picture
changed
on hers. Because it's going to change each time, which is nice too.
I like that.
Okay,
Pretty updated because DoubleTree is painted. In the one.
oh, interesting, where'd
Uh-huh.
my, oh, that
And
was
your
mine,
website.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's different now.
Yeah, now it's different.
Yeah, this is
The
a
first
different one.
Yeah.
okay, anyway, yes, it rotates. Okay, so we talked about website, photo, etc. Make sure you are set up to receive leads. There's only one way to do that I'm aware of, is you have to ask me. If you're getting leads, then you know you're set up to receive leads. If you're not, you have to log in every 14 days in order to continue, and you have to respond to leads if you get them. If you don't, at some point, you'll get an email saying you've been opted out of leads. So you'll get a notification. But if you missed it or you just aren't sure if you're getting leads, you ask me, I go to agents. I will show you that Ashley is not. And she's fine with that. She's not gonna respond to leads anyway. She's fine with not being. There we go. I have to click on the agent's profile. Come on. Give me Ashley. Why is it so slow?
I don't think it's loading. I don't think
Okay,
it's doing
let's do
anything.
Olivia. See the blue
Yeah,
bar?
and that one's loading.
Yeah, so was Ashley's, but it never
Oh.
came up. Oh, I wonder, no. I was wondering if it, maybe. Come on, don't make a liar out of me. That's so weird that it's not loading. Anyway, I mean, I could sit here and figure it out, and obviously I need to, and it could just be, I don't know why. But your profile will come up, I have to click on settings, and there will be a toggle switch that says opt out of leads. I can opt you back in, right? But in order to keep opted in, you have to log in at least every 14 days. Which brings me to the next thing, download the app. Right? So the way to download the app is you go to the dashboard. And right here, it says download the mobile app. You click on that. And it gives you the option. There's an open house app and a mobile app. I'll talk about the open house app in a second. Right here, text me a link to the Apple, text me a link to the Android. So it'll send you a text, it'll send you the link, you download the app, then you can log into the app. It's just faster, easier, more convenient.
You went to marketing for that?
Nope, I
Oh.
went to the dashboard.
Mm.
Went to the dashboard and right at the top. Sorry, I had to move it, download mobile app, right there,
Uh-huh.
okay? Okay, the next low hanging fruit, if you don't do anything else. Go in and set it up that it will automatically post your new listings to your Facebook page. Why would you not do that, right? So the way you do that is you go over here to marketing. Oh, yeah, I'm recording this. So take notes, but also you can rewatch this. I mean, I just got to thinking, it sucks that we're not writing this down, like, I'm recording it, yeah, okay. So you go to marketing, you go down to listing machine, get started. And then over here, well, first of all, you can see, I actually do, oh, this is so weird that it's not. Oh, I wondered if I was someone else, but I'm not, it doesn't matter. You see this, how it works, and Design Center. If you click on Design Center, yeah, something did go wrong. Now it's finally like, oh, we couldn't open that, yeah, I know. You've been glitching like crazy. You go to settings. And, good grief. Yes, we know. You go to settings and right here, see, oh, there they go. I'm like, those should be green. You can set it up to connect to your Facebook profile, your LinkedIn profile, your Twitter profile, right? And the way you do that is go into edit and we'll show your connections. You guys need to just go away, sorry. Okay. And for some reason, it is really slow, but it'll just show your connections. You log into, it'll say, please log into your Facebook. You log into your Facebook. Do you want to continue as Lisa Deering Damron? Yes, I do. You're connected. Here's the thing you need to know. Ouch. Pretty much all social channels will not allow a third party to post to it indefinitely. So all of your social connections will expire in about 2 months. Again, you'll get an email from Bold Trail saying your social connections are about to expire. All you have to do is go back in, reset them, reactivate them, you're good to go. I really wish, Lacey, are you in here?
Yeah.
Is it going faster for you for some reason?
No.
No.
What do you want me to?
I just
Right.
would love them to see how this looks, because it's not just setting up your connections, there's a toggle that says allow posting. So make sure when you do it that you not only set up your connection, but you toggle the on allow posting. But anyway, that is where that is. Then, let's see. This you can't change. I don't think you don't need to do anything else here. You just need to set up your social connections. And then let's close that. And then my listings. Oh, let's see, this is what looks like I have 300 listings. It's because I'm the broker and technically I do. But let's go back to where we were, marketing. Listing machine. There should be, it's driving me crazy. I own a commercial rental property that I actually have in the MLS right now. And when I drop is that there? No. When I dropped the price on it, it sent me a kit with a price reduced ad, a flyer, all, a list of things. I think there's like 6 things that it sends you. So you get a new listing, you get an email that says your marketing packet is ready for your new listing. Click here to see it. You can either click through the email, there, it's finally, but here it is. So I've got this property on 295 Columbia. It automatically, when I reduced the price, created some assets for me. And the assets are a social post, a flyer, a postcard, all these things that you can then utilize that it produces for you automatically. And if you set up your social posting, then it also will automatically post. That's it, Crown main feed. That is the post that it will show on your Facebook page. Okay? Okay, what else have we got? My listings, listing machine, we've already gone there. Yep, there you go. And we've set up and okay, so that's that. The next thing is set up awesome automatic social posts. It will literally post articles and holidays and stuff to your Facebook for you automatically. The way you do that is you go to marketing. You go to Course Social. And here it is, you can see I've got it set up to post an article every Monday and Friday to my business page. Plus, I've chosen all the holidays, and this month there is this is February. This month there was a holiday on February 14th. It posted Valentine's Day for me. And the way you set that up is over here. So first you go to settings and preferences. Again, you make sure that here, hopefully it'll show, there you go. So you can see I'm connected. My current connection to Facebook is gonna expire April 26th. My current LinkedIn connection is gonna expire April 11th. I don't use Twitter, so I'm not hooked up to that. And then not only that, but you see this allow posting toggle. So you connect, then you click on allow posting. So you wanna make sure those are set up. Then over here, what articles do you want to post? You can see I chose pretty much every category. I didn't choose food and self-improvement because I don't want to post things about food and self-improvement on my business page. But everything else, real estate, architecture, interior design, DIY, finance and economy, mortgages, etc. And it just pulls articles from Architectural Digest or USA Today or whatever, and every Monday and Friday, I don't have to post anything to my business page because it does it for me. The LinkedIn connection is even better because LinkedIn is more for that kind of stuff. Facebook is more fun, LinkedIn is more business. I get quite a bit of replies and comments on the articles I post on LinkedIn, and I don't do a thing.
That's
It
amazing.
just pulls an article, posts it for me.
It's the best.
Yeah. So again, this is low hanging fruit. If you don't do anything else, and you can see, you could post every day of the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I felt that was a little excessive, might make me look a little insincere. So I've chosen Monday and Friday, and then I figure out things for the rest of the week. But huge no-brainer here. Save settings. And then the same thing, what holidays do you want to post? I didn't choose Easter, Christmas, Christmas I do my own. I don't know why I didn't choose Easter. Obviously, these are Canadian holidays that I didn't choose. Maybe I decided because it was a business page, I wouldn't do the super, although I do have Hanukkah. Okay. Let's do Christmas. I don't know why. There, I'm saving those settings. And again, here's the other thing you want to make sure of. When I want to go back to that, when you get that notification that your connections are about to expire, you need to fix them in 2 spots. You need to, so it'll say they're about to expire. You go in here, you'll see it'll be almost expired. You'll just disconnect and then reconnect and click allow posting and save. But then you also have to go into these and make sure allowing content is clicked and save and these. And allowing content. You need to go all 3 spots and make sure that that toggle is set to on. But again, it takes seconds and you get a notification that they're about to expire. Okay, social posting. Another low hanging fruit. Let's say you have a past client. I'll just use my husband as an example. Because he never looks at his email anyway. Okay, so you have a past client, they bought a house from you. They bought this house at 18197 9.5 Mile Road. Why wouldn't you set it up so that he gets a listing valuation? Let me see how often it has to go out. Search for a location, so I'm gonna put his address. Pulls it up right there. And click save. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure how often that goes out. What's it matter? Once every, I don't know,
What's the update and send button look for?
well, that'll send it right now.
Mm,
Yep, so if I hit update and send,
mm.
you'll get a notice over here. Valuation email is on its way.
Okay, go
So
log
that-
into his email, see what's sent. No, I'm
My,
kidding.
I can't log into his email. I did send it to myself.
Okay.
What it is it's that valuation where it says, here's what Zillow says your house is worth.
Mm.
Here's what homes.com says your house is worth. I can't remember the third site. And then it says, here are the comps it used. Obviously, these are estimates. If you're really interested in the value of your home, call me. So why wouldn't you just give them a periodic, hey, here's what your home's worth? That's a great way to stay in touch with a past client, never have to think about it again. And wouldn't that be crazy if that client called you one day and is like, hey, I got that home valuation, of course, your first reaction is gonna be, yeah. And it says that my home, we can't believe, you just had your past client call you about listing their home again and you did nothing. So why not do that? Let's see. Valuation report, set up automatic market report for buyers. So you have a buyer, you know where they're looking. They're going on and they're actively searching. They're going on and saying 3-bedroom, 1 bath. Why wouldn't you set them up for a market report? So it's a buyer, you go to market report, you click add, search location. I know that he's looking in 49014. Every 7 days. I guess if it's an active buyer, yes. If it's somebody I'm just kind of keeping in touch with, I'm sure immediately, oh no, 7 days. Okay, so you click add and now they're gonna get a market report. What's on the market? What's on the market? What's sold? Whatever. Why not? Why not just these ways of keeping in touch with people that, I understand the campaigns are a little intrusive. So campaigns are here. We've done a whole class on campaigns. I'm not talking about campaigns today. Campaigns are what go on automatic. Oh, you're a buyer? Let me send you this. Let me talk to you about this. Let me do that. And they can be a bit much. But a market report, who doesn't want a market report? Who doesn't want a valuation report? Okay. Okay, that's the lowest hanging fruit. Lots of things you could be doing on Bold Trail and still not even really using Bold Trail. Right? None of this is about really using it. It's really just easy things you can do to not use it and yet still you're creating value. So then let's talk about a couple other things, the next easiest things to do. I do want to remind you, I don't know if it's here, hold on. Present. There is a CMA presentation in here that you can use. And hopefully I can just go back to an old one I created and not have to create one. First, I have to get ready to win. Emma, when I switch screens like this, you can still see, right? Like it's switching screens with me. Yeah, okay. Win the listing, right? Right here, a presentation for sellers. There's actually other presentations, right? Win the presentation, buyer tour with full analytics and custom content and win the offer, right? You could come with full analytics and a CMA and, right? Nobody's going to, so it's fine, but it's all there, right? But right here is a CMA. Let's see, yes, good. Oh, actually, these might be, here, this was my aunt. It creates a web presentation that you can bring your laptop to the presentation and go through it with the client as you talk with them. And for example purposes, I included every possible page in here. For me, my CMA was always very bare bones. I wouldn't include very much of this at all. But for presentation purposes, I included all of the pages that you can include. So there's a full CMA presentation that you can do, right? You can have a web presentation or a PDF presentation that you can print out and bring with you. Okay? And I would, again, this isn't a class on doing a CMA, but it's easy. Just quick start and go. The one thing I do want to show you is that, see where it says custom content? You can go up here, go away. You can, oh, where is it? I think it's this present, let me presentation library. Add a slide. You can create and add your own slides. So if there's something in your CMA that you've always used that you want to keep using, you can just upload it in here and include it and add it to your slides. So RE/MAX publishes that RE/MAX versus the industry every year. You can just upload that into this and include it in your CMA. So it doesn't have to just be their handouts, it can be your own handouts as well. If you've got handouts you love to use. All right. The next kind of low hanging fruit or the next step. So you're doing everything else and you're like, what else? Every day, there's this thing right here that probably drives you crazy, right? Because it shows, I bet you if any of you clicked on this that aren't doing this, this number is going to be like 56 or 67 or something like that. Mine's only 13 because I go in here and clear it out quite often. Mine is also not a good example because all mine is going to show mostly I don't get leads. So all mine is going to do is send birthday card, right? Heather's birthday was yesterday. I had a reminder to send her a card. Instead of sending her a card, I texted her, but I can mark that done, right? What you'll see is, okay, Bruce Christensen is not a lead. Bruce Christensen is a guy who has dementia, who keeps reaching out to Chip and then his wife gets involved. And so we have an alert, like, don't work with Bruce Christensen, he has dementia, right? So he's in here as a lead because he literally tried to reach out to me to list his commercial property and I had to call his wife and say, Bruce is reaching out to us again, you know? So, but it doesn't know that. Katie Core doesn't know that. So it's saying, you haven't called this lead, Bruce, you need to call him, right? This is why a lot of agents don't use this list because they're like, no, I don't need to call Bruce. I just haven't, fine. Go in there. Right here, call Bruce, just delete it, right there. Just delete it. No, I don't need, are you sure? Yep. And right, and it clears out. But if you went into this every day, and now the temptation is gonna be, no, I don't, no, I don't, no, I don't. You can't do that. If it says call Bruce, no, I'm not calling Bruce, I'm not supposed to call Bruce. But now call this, I don't know how I have a buyer. Every once in a while I do get a buyer lead because nobody accepts it and it looks like junk. So I don't give it to you guys until I'm sure it's actually a buyer. And that's probably what this is. If it says call Brianne and I'm like, oh yeah, I sold Brianne a house 2 years ago and I haven't talked to her. Pick up the phone and call her. That's what this is for. It's saying you haven't talked to this person in a while. Talk to them. So if it says call them, I'm just gonna go to Heather's birthday card. If instead of sending birthday card, it said call them, then call them. And as you can see, you can hit new call. And if you could call from your computer, you could actually literally call her from your computer. But you can just go down here and, sorry, let me move. Okay, I gotta move you guys again.
Yeah.
Go away. Let's see. You can log the call. There we go. Log the call outcome. So I made an outbound call. I had to leave her a voicemail. I left Heather a happy birthday message. uh, message. Follow-up action, you can say, I wanna call her again, or I wanna, you can set up a follow-up. Let's say I talked to Heather and she wants to list your house and we're meeting next week. I could put up a follow-up action that I'm meeting her next week or whatever. I'm not going to put a follow-up action. Save the outcome of the call. I never actually called her from the computer, but I was able to log the call. So this way, you call her from your cell phone, you talk to her, you log the call, and you would do that for a couple of reasons. You would do it so Katie Corsace is calling her and not bug you to call her. But also, let's say Heather told me, yeah, Troy's gonna have surgery next week and, we're a little bit worried, will you pray for us? I could literally put that in there, remember that Troy's having surgery. Put a note to call her a week after the surgery and ask about the surgery. It helps me stay in touch and give a shit, right? Which is how we get repeat referral business. So going up here and just looking at what it wants you to do. And instead of getting discouraged because it wants you to do 300 things, delete the things you don't wanna do. Do the things you should do. And it's a way to force you to stay in touch with your past customers and clients. Okay. Check out Design Center. That's another low hanging fruit. Get rid of that. If you go back to marketing and you go to Design Center is where your listing stuff goes out, but it also has hundreds of marketing materials, postcards, door hangers, brochures, social posts, and not just for your listings, but other things. So you can, there's hundreds of things that you could do. So let's just say I decide I want to send out a postcard. It'll ask you, well, I want to send out a 4th of July postcard. There it is. Right? So it does holidays, it does houses, it does agent highlights, things about you, seasons, autumn, back to school, birthday. So you don't have to buy birthday postcards. You can just print them from here, and you can either print them through Design Center and pay to have them print them and mail them for you, or you can create them, download them, print them yourself, or download the file and send it to your local printer. So all kinds of designs in Design Center that can be used. They have letterhead. If you don't want to use just plain Remix letterhead, you can create your own letterhead with your photo, whatever. So you're going to send out a mailing, you could put it on custom letterhead, all kinds of things in Design Center, like more than I have time to go through with you, right? Okay. Design Center. Last but not least, oops, go back to contacts, go back to Fred, who is going to call me because he does check his email once in a while. I got this home evaluation from you. What did it say?
That's a good pillow
I
talk.
better stop that because he's like, if we can get that much for a house, we're selling. I keep thinking, please don't see what Dustin listed the neighbor's house for because we're not selling.
That's a nice
Yeah.
house though.
It is a nice house, yeah.
It looked nice.
Okay, check out Smart Campaigns. So we did talk about campaigns. What a campaign is, and again, there's a whole class on this. A campaign can be a follow-up to a client. Either they have a bunch of them their own, or you can design your own, that you set it up, you apply the client to it, and it happens. So we're actually gonna do a class on this coming up. It's a little bit of a class on AI, but it's also on campaigns. So you go into AI, you say, I'm a real estate agent in Michigan. I wanna keep in touch with past customers and clients. I want them to hear from me once a month. I want them to hear from me by email, mail, text, and call. I want a full, cross the board. How should I do it? Then ChatGPT says, oh, well, in the first 30 days, you should call me.
I know,
You should
right?
send them a
It's
postcard."
great.
And then it says, would you like me to design the postcards? Would you like me to give you a script for the call? You could literally take that and create a campaign that now isn't creepy because you designed it and it is the way you want to keep in touch with past customers and clients. You create the campaign once, you apply the clients that you want to it, and voila, you have a full interactive, keeping in touch, created by you, done automatically campaign.
Also, since our Arcana got changed, that changes our whole
It
training
does
schedule.
change training
And
schedule.
the week after, the first part is, we don't have class or something, so we'll just have.
I know, it's gonna be, I'm
Okay.
sorry,
I was
because
gonna write it all on my calendar and I
I
was like, hey, shit.
the day of Con Ed was supposed to be
Yeah.
Chat GPT for beginners, and then the next Thursday is a
Right.
kind of a more advanced Chat GPT class. Plus, you guys are the first to hear this, nobody has heard this yet. I just found out at my broker meeting on last Friday that Remax is partnering with, I can't remember the name of the company, but it's a AI for agents. So it's the AI, but connected to our MLS for the data. Because AI, they've learned, AI is not good at math. AI looks at articles and says, based on what I'm reading, it sounds like this. It can't add, it can't subtract, it can't divide, it can't multiply, it's words. So if you ask AI to parse something out, it gets it wrong. So what this company is doing is getting the data from the MLS and the words from AI and Mishrick was the fastest to respond to hooking up with this. We're gonna get it first. We're gonna get it like tomorrow. I mean, it's coming within a week. And so that class might change completely. Yeah.
Very cool.
We might be talking, I think it's not called Kickstart. Oh, I wish I could remember the name of it. I have it written down, but yeah, we're getting a whole AI for us and Remax will exclusively have that in Michigan. No, it's not even Remax, it's Remax of Michigan. Like, no one else has this. So, yeah, so very cool. So the whole AI training is out the window anyway.
Very cool.
Because we got new stuff coming.
Well, the whole training schedule's out the window too then at that point. 'cause
Well,
everything
what
got
I'm not
shifted.
going to do is shift. What I'm
Okay.
gonna do is, we're not having class that day because we're doing Con Ed
Right.
instead. I'm gonna keep with the schedule.
Okay.
So you can book out the rest of the
Okay.
schedule, yes. Okay. Okay, so we talked about campaigns, search alerts, where are search alerts? Solar report, listing bank, present, market reports, active campaigns, oh, search alerts, Huck. Was that there 2 seconds ago? 'Cause I swear it wasn't. If you've got a buyer, I said if you've got a buyer, you could send them a market report. Really, a market report again is probably better for somebody you're keeping in touch with, but not necessarily actively buying. A search alert is exactly what it is in Flex. It's a search alert. You set up a search for them, and instead of getting the answers from Flex that might send them to other agents and other listings, they get their responses from here, which sends them to your website. So you can set them up on a search with all the same criteria that's in Flex here, so that they're brought back to you when they click on those listings that they find. Okay? We talked about market reports and listing valuations. So there you go, lots of things you could be doing in Bold Trail if you're doing nothing so far. Okay? Any questions, Mia or Emma?
Nope, I'm good. Thank you very much.
Emma, I'm honestly a little surprised to see you here only because I know, if I think of who has come to me the most about Bold Trail, it's Emma. So I'm assuming Emma's doing the most on Bold Trail, but maybe not.
You go, girl.
Yeah, this is all very,
Stuff you knew.
basic, but good to remember, so you never know if you'll pick something up. But I noticed while I'm talking, I guess, I wrote in the chat, but the newsletter campaign that I had
Yes.
going. I
Yes.
don't, do you know, like, do you have to restart it?
I don't know, but I do know that they came out with a 2025 campaign. You know what you should do? That's a very good point. Personally, I think whenever you set up a campaign, you should send it to yourself as well.
I do too.
Mhm.
That way, first of all, you're seeing what they're getting. If there's ever a mistake, you can act on it quickly. Second of all, Emma's asking, does the new newsletter, do you have to set it up now for the 2025, or does it know that because they were the 2024, that now they're the 2025? One way to keep a track of that is to have the newsletter come to yourself as well. That's a very good question, Emma. If you don't mind, I can just email support and ask them this afternoon and have the answer, I'm sure, by today.
Yeah, while you were going through the other stuff, I went on myself and sent the listing valuation and, you know, like set myself up on those so I could see what they look like. Cause
Yeah.
I do have people on them, I just don't know what it looks like. And I haven't gotten the newsletter since December, so I didn't realize that until just now.
Okay, so if you set your client up for a newsletter, you need to automatically put a reminder for yourself on January 1st to set them up for the next year's newsletter. Because they want to keep those current, so they're not, like 2025 doesn't exist until the end of 2024. They write those things currently and update them currently, so. Thank you, Emma. Good to know, I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that either. And then I'm not getting leads.
Getting leads.
Like I don't have any new leads. I've put, you know, I've automatically or manually put people in. But like, do other people get leads? I get, you know, if I have a listing, I will get like notifications from Zillow and different stuff, but never through this.
Find you, hold on. I mean, when you see Emma, did I pass her? Nope, right there.
Please call me. What's that? Have you gotten those yet?
Hopefully this will load faster now.
Are they scams?
I get a bunch of scams.
100% scam.
Oh,
I know, that's what makes it so hard.
No, you're not out of rotation. Okay, here, that's interesting. You're not out of rotation.
I mean, maybe nobody's getting them. I don't know.
Well, I will tell you, you get your own listing leads. So there are agents in the office that get more leads than they want because they get a nice new listing and then they get a bunch of leads on them, so.
right.
Unfortunately, Lead Street allowed an agent to forward their leads automatically to someone else. And so an agent like Emma could say to Talia, if you're getting all these leads and you're not answering them, send them to me, I'll answer them. Bold Trail does not have that capability yet. I've asked for it and they're telling me they're looking into it. You could ask an agent who has a lot of listings, listen, because they'll get emails, listen, just forward the email to me if you would, and I'll follow up on those leads. So you could get more leads, if you have a listing. Emma, they are saying that right now, buyers don't seem to be coming out of the woodwork, and it is possible that there are not a lot of just buyer leads coming out there. And with most of you set up to receive them, you know, maybe it is taking a while to get a lead. I'll see if I can find some kind of lead report that shows me what we're getting and where they're going. You want me to check right now?
Sure.
Floor calls aren't coming in either, so that makes sense.
What aren't? Floor calls. Yes, I agree. It's not crazy buyers calling time. Although somebody did get a floor call the other night and it did turn into a listing and they are listing it.
Yeah, it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I ended up knowing the lady. She was like, "Can I sell my place?" And I was like, "So and so," and she was like, "Lacey," and I was like, "Stop it." It was too perfect. It was perfect.
So you are placed out of rotation, so I will
Yes.
put you back in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I think I am too.
You want me to check?
Yeah, would you? Thank you.
Oh, here, I can just go back to agents.
Might as well check.
Okay.
So I just knew I wasn't on there.
Yeah, I know I am.
Okay, tell me when you see yourself. If I don't see, oh, there's pretty.
See that part?
You're good. I see.
Alright.
You're good, yeah.
Nope, Bree, you're in.
You put me in, didn't you?
I did, but we should check.
Might as well check Kathy.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me if you see. Pat,
Yeah,
I'm looking,
Kathy,
oh, there's
Kathy.
Kathy. Well, we're just never gonna
Then
get to you, Lisa.
Hey, I'll let her keep scrolling right past. It's fun.
Oh, Kathy is out.
Way to go, Susan, good job.
I know I'm out.
Okay,
I would
so
be
we still need Lisa and Leanne.
would be
I've
shocked.
seen Leanne's
Come on.
hands before.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Right there.
There you go.
Still.
Still no Lisa.
Lisa, you are last.
Dang.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
that happens if you don't log in. This field is required. Status is to receive calls.
Sometimes they're,
Yeah,
Daily call creation.
yeah. It's just,
yeah, I get a lot
gotta
of
go and
junk. I get a lot
clean
of
it all
junk
up.
calls.
Mhm.
I hate.
Me too, because of our public phone numbers, like,
Constantly putting them in forewarn, like.
Yeah.
I'm constantly putting them on the block list.
Me too.
Block, delete.
My block list just goes.
I know, my
Oh,
block list is-
I know.
Mine too.
I don't know why yours was different there. Let me come back to you because I wanna know why, I wanna know what somebody else has that marked as, so let me go to Lisa. I wanna see, I don't wanna create something that's wrong. Oh, there she is. Oh. Oh,
Ours is blank too.
Well, prospect, new lead and active lead though are all under there.
Oh, yep. I see.
prospect, new lead, active lead, okay. So that's.
I think she just had to have one, because Leanne's didn't have any. I think you at least just had to have one under.
Well, I don't wanna, if,
So you get.
but I wanna put all three if that's what everybody else has.
Right.
So let me go back to Leanne.
Block, does any block?
Oh, my neck.
I don't
Ugh.
know. My husband's gonna retire, so I'm like, I'm gonna think of actually check one of these. We have a couple other places to check, but
Yeah.
like, it's so stupid.
Yeah, we're singer.
Ah,
Like
report.
a faster.
Report. Oh, Leanne?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was towards the top.
I should
Yeah,
say.
say that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
Crazy, crazy.
If you at least have to have one under there for
we had
prospect.
new lead, active lead, and
Prospect.
prospect. There you go.
Check your box.
Check what box?
Oh, place out of rotation sheet. You didn't
Oh.
click save, you only X'd out.
Oh,
one thing.
oh, because I didn't
Good
save
job.
it.
There you
go.
There we
go.
go. Okay. Mia, Emma, you want me to check you?
Mhm.
Yes, you could check me, please.
I did check Emma, right?
Yeah.
So Mia.
I was like. I'm doing well.
No, she's not.
Can't wait to see you.
And she has Spear on there too.
No, I need to be it.
I wonder if that's something you guys chose?
I had
I
to
don't
come here
know.
anyway, so.
I got that. Okay, anything else?
I'm gonna make everybody jealous right now. This is my
Yeah.
Ooh, girl.
Brat.
Yeah, jealous. You got any palm trees around there?
yeah, this is my sister's house.
I'll only be jealous when I see you in your suit.
I know that is not jealousy right there, believe me.
It's beautiful.
Have fun.
Yes. Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Nope, I think we're good. Any other questions?
Thank you.
Yeah, good.
You will add a CMA class sometime.
Yes,
after-
actually, does anybody have the schedule?
Schedule it, yes,
in
it's
front
right
of
here.
them?
As you know, the garden girls.
Missing my eye.
Yeah.
I use the new almost.
From there.
List tracks, 100% solution.
So what's that? This group two.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
that's what I wanted you to know. On May 8th, we're doing a valuation presentation roundtable. I've got several experienced agents. I know Talia has agreed, Dustin has agreed. I can't remember who, but I've got several agents who agreed to sit down and talk about how do I present price to a seller? How's that conversation look? What do we say? You know, what are my scripts? What am I? So that is not necessarily a CMA class,
Correct.
but that is along those lines. I wanted you to know about that.
Maybe we can do the CMA prior. Maybe not.
It's a pretty full schedule.
Unfortunately, yeah,
Yeah.
everything is.
I wish that valuation was sooner before springtime listings though.
That's getting into spring though.
I know, but May 8th is like, you should already be on it.
Okay, what I might have is a recording of a prior CMA class,
Mhm.
and I'd be happy to share that.
I can find it.
Yeah, where do you find it? I think I've got possibly 3 coming up next week
Okay,
and
okay.
I hate the one on Flex.
You don't like the CMA on Flex?
No, it never, allows for any adjustments. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it's just, I'll put in all these adjustments and it just doesn't change anything.
Okay, Mia and Emma, stay on if you want, but I am going to do a brief CMA class right now.
See,
About
that's what we talked about the other day, and Olivia's like, I just suck, and so I asked Lisa if we could do another class, because we all feel like we're not.
I wish you could have been with me the other day when Mia and I, wasn't that you, Mia, that you showed me some comps? Wasn't that you? She's still there, maybe not.
Yes, it was me.
She's in the pool.
And that was you.
Yes.
Yes. Mia came to me and she's like, you know, this calculation and that calculation and that calculation. I wish I even had that CMA, those comps in front of me, Mia.
I can look it up if you give me a few.
And yeah,
Yep, I can look it up.
wonder if I could look it up. I don't think I can see your searches on my, being an admin is nice, but I don't think I could pull up your search on my Flex. Anyway, I felt like let's just say there were 8 comps. I felt like I looked at those 8 comps and I knew exactly where they needed to be placed. I just didn't think any other calculations were necessary.
And also I don't know if you wanted to explain that whole calculation we did with the square feet. That was way off.
It was way off and probably and I can't remember specifically, but probably one of the reasons it was way off is probably Mia's average. If you do a neighborhood and every house in the neighborhood is about 1,500 square feet and you comp out a 2,200 square foot home and you do it by price per square foot, it will never be right because people are gonna pay that much per square foot up for 1,500. They're not gonna continue foot by foot by foot to pay for the additionals. They're not going to do it. They're not gonna say, yeah, but you could get 100 more feet for 100,000 more. No, they're not gonna do it, right? So you can't use that price per square foot unless they're all very, very close in square foot. It's the same thing with acreage. You could buy 1 acreage for $30,000. You can't turn that around and say, then I can sell 20 acres at 30,000 an acre. It'll never happen, right? You can't scale that way. So, but in her case, I felt like the comps were just so clear. It was this much, this much, this much. And then very similar houses were all 3 about the same price. It was like, yeah, you don't have anything else to say. It's how you present it, I think, that makes the big difference. And
Sorry to interrupt. I have it pulled up. Do you want me to send it to you via email?
I think I can allow you to share. Hold on.
Okay.
I think I can allow,
What do you use? Do you use just Flex?
that's,
Flex, yes.
so that's what I wanted to show you. Hate this mouse. That's what I wanted. First of all, how do I
Make it bigger
make
to the
this
left,
bigger?
yeah.
Thank you.
No.
Okay. Let me get out of here.
She doesn't different.
Yeah.
I think I can close that. There,
And I was
make this bigger. Thank you. Let me stop sharing.
Well, do you use Flex?
How do I stop sharing? Sorry. How do
I
I,
use Flex, and I just don't know.
am I still sharing, guys?
I just feel like.
Oh, stop
Yeah.
sharing. There we
I'm
go.
not very good at, like, I can print it, and I can.
Okay. Now I can set it up. I can allow others to share.
I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I read the people, like I can have a whole conflict.
Okay, Mia, Go up to the top, to the bottom of your screen. You should see the sharing button.
Yep.
You should be able to click on share.
And then share desktop. I think so. Allow Zoom Workplace to share your screen, open system settings, screen, okay, Zoom. There we go, maybe.
Anyway, it's, I'm gonna keep talking. If you get it up, let me know.
Okay.
It's how you present. I never brought a full presentation.
We were just talking about.
I
that.
brought a list of comps and that, I mean,
That's
really.
literally what I did yesterday. Very CMA,
There-
one line, that was it. I know that's what
Yeah,
you wanted.
I had a document called Vision that I used to explain to them what I'm here about, right? I'm not here to put a sign in your yard today. I'm here to decide if what you're envisioning can happen, if what we're doing can be realistic. You're making a big decision. It's my job to give you the information. so there's is this sheet that basically reminded me what to say to set it up. Then my CMA was one page of active pendings, expireds, right? One page, active pendings, solds, expireds. And maybe if I thought I had a comp that was like on it, maybe I'd print a comp or two, the photos and that kind of thing.
I also did expired and withdrawn now, just because previously when the market was so hot, there wasn't really expired and withdrawn, but I think it's
There's
good.
been a
It's
lot
good
in
to
there
consider
lately.
because obviously that means that their pricing is off, so I
If there's
did.
an expired,
I
it
did
definitely
do
tells you
expired and
something.
withdrawn for
Yeah.
Galesburg, yeah,
There you
I started the listing, so I didn't usually include that before, but I did now just because I feel like it's important because false information, a lot of things.
There you go. So then it's really, it's, you have to know in your heart of hearts what you think this house probably will sell for. But you have to let them think you don't know, right? You have to let them think that we're figuring this out together, right? So, and that's kind of what you say. Okay, what we need to do is, here is the active market properties on the market. We're not gonna use those to decide what to price your house at because that's what people want, but we don't know what people are getting. We're gonna use this later to see what your competition is. What we're really gonna do is look at these sold properties. This is proof of what buyers were willing to pay for homes similar to yours in many ways. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna look through these, and based on these, we're gonna decide, what is this telling us a buyer would pay for your home? Then sometimes I skip the top couple because it depends on the condition of the house, if the first two are crap and, but I start lower than their house. I start with a house that I know their house would sell for more. Because that's called anchoring, right? That's like when someone says to you, typically it's $400. Wait, today you can get it for $2. They anchored you at 4, so 2 seems great. 2 is expensive, right? But they anchored you at 4. So I'm anchoring them low. So I'm starting with a house I know will sell for less. And I'm saying, oh, she's getting there. You're
I'm
close.
getting it.
You're close. So I'm saying, okay, here's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet that listed for this much, sold for this much. And this much is 139, and they were hoping for 180, right? Sold for this much. I want them to see that because I want them to go, 139, right? And then I say, I think we can agree with only 1,200 square feet and your house has probably your house would sell for more. So I'm gonna let them off the hook pretty quickly, but I wanna anchor them low. So then, yeah, we're getting so close and I'm so glad because this really is a good example.
Can you see it?
Hey, okay, yep.
Okay,
There
good.
we go. Okay, so look at this. 140, 160, then 170, 173, 173. How much do they list their house for?
We said right around, we're gonna do 169.9.
Good for
Perfect.
them.
That's number I'm thinking, right under 170,
Yeah,
Me-
that's
to
what I.
me-
what I would have done.
To me, I'm thinking all day long, you can list at 173. It's
Or
good as hell.
172, because I like even
Yeah.
numbers.
I'm
It's the only house in
One-
town right now gonna be on the market in Homer.
Yay.
Yeah, good job,
Good
girl.
for you. But you don't need it. You don't need some present. This is all you need. It's in how you present it. So here's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath with about 1,200 square feet, listed for 155, sold for 140.
That's from Flex, right?
That's that anchor.
Yes.
I want to anchor them at 140. This is from Flex. So when you said I hate Flex, I thought,
Yeah, my reports have never looked like that.
Mine
okay,
either.
Oh,
then I'm gonna
I
show you.
printed
how-
like 4 pages of
So I'm
this
gonna
yesterday.
show you
That's
how.
all I took to myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Right?
I want that.
Yes, me too.
And you can change the fields too, so there's another button, like I added, I don't remember what I added, I might have had some more to that, but.
Because
You can
I
change
think
all
you
those
lose
fields.
them If you have like
Yeah,
a lot of
that's the
stuff,
thing.
right?
People love to buy, but they hate being sold,
Yeah.
right? They don't wanna be sold. They wanna be advised, right? Now, you have to be a little bit careful because every once in a while, I remember the one time, it's rare, but I do remember the one time they said, well, the other agent had this really nice presentation, it was in it, and I did what I do, which is be a bitch, and I said, oh, was it pretty? did they let you keep it? And I mean, I was an asshole about it and they're like, okay, we get it, like, big deal, right? But you do have to be prepared. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you. Okay, so, I anchor them at 140. Then, okay, here's this other one on Clinton Street. It's only a 2-bedroom, 2 full bath. It is 1,300 square feet. Listed for 169, sold for 160, sold, and this is the other thing, sold in 76 days. Sold in seven days. Now I'm gonna start again. I have to be careful. I'm not gonna give them pricing advice, but I do have some expertise that I am gonna give them. So I am gonna say, I want you to notice the difference in the days on market. Typically, when something sells quickly, it means it was really priced right. This wasn't priced perfectly because listed at 169, sold for 160. But it was closer and sold faster, and that's a good thing. When we're priced right, we don't sit on the market a long time. What have I just done? What am I doing? I'm doing that. I'm setting up, right? I'm setting them up. When we're priced right, we don't sit on the market a really long
There's a
time.
quote for
What
that.
have I just told them? Don't overprice, or you're gonna sit on the market for a long time. I'm gonna use that later, right? Okay, so then I say, great setup, and I love being stupid dramatic, so, we don't wanna overprice, so we don't wanna sit on the market a long time, like these guys, right? So then I'm gonna say, these guys, right? They started at 175. This one started at 179, sat on the market quite a long time. The good news is they weren't that overpriced. So we just need to be not that overpriced in order to take a long time to sell. So that, I'm telling them, I'm seeing things, right? I'm not saying you need to be at this price, but I am saying these people weren't even all that far and they sat on the market a while. So if you can get you don't have to be much lower to be where you need to be, right? And then, Mia, remind me, which one of these was literally on their street and was the best comp?
Adams, 206 West Adams.
Okay, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,900 square feet, and that was them, 1,900 square feet. They listed for 179, took them quite a while, but they finally sold at 173. And now, there's a lot of times too when I'm just gonna stop talking. So I'm gonna say, they listed at 179.9, took them quite a while to do it, but they did sell at 173.
And then they talk.
And then they talk.
I do, I just sit there.
With that, cause I like to talk.
Yeah. No, you have to be okay with that side, and
Yeah.
matter of fact, make the silence so uncomfortable, they have to talk. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, because you go,
Okay, I'll talk.
you wait, finally she says, yeah, I kind of knew we needed to be at 170,
It really
right? But
works,
you've
though.
got to make them talk, you've got to be willing to just be like,
Interesting.
they'll talk. One time she said, shut up, we're gonna do this. Yeah. And then you say, and then here's another one, very, very similar. Actually, look at them. What did they do? And this is probably, Mia, this is what you did and how you got them at 169.
Yep.
Look at them. Look what they did. Look at the difference. These two people got the same results. But these two people, they were smart. And why did I say that? Right? These people, they were smart. They started a little bit below that target and within 6 days hit the target. Versus these people who started above the target, got to the target, but had to wait 100 days to do it. You're done. There's nothing else to do. This is where you find out they're either reasonable or they're not. Right? Because there's nothing more to say here. Thank you, Mia, because that's about the cleanest CMA I think I've ever seen. Like, I wish they were all this easy, but
Very welcome. Thank you for helping.
well, and she got it at 169. That's awesome. So Mia, how'd it go talking wise? Did it kind of go like that?
It did kind of go like that. And I said, what are you guys thinking? They're like, well, we're looking at you for your expertise. And I'm like, if you're looking at me for my expertise, this is what I would do. I would list it low to get multiple offers since you're the only one going to be listed in town Homer. And it's more offers is going to drive up the price. I said, but you guys have to do what is best for you. All I can do is give you my advice and my opinion.
There you go.
Same thing I said to my.
And you could have said, we're looking to you for advice. I will say, the one thing I might have said before I said exactly what you said, I might have said, well, I've got a professional opinion, but we're looking at the same thing.
Right.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
the same thing I am. So, and yes, I do have a professional opinion, but
And I think that's
But the
reassuring.
data's there.
the data's
Yeah.
there.
Cause you're giving them credit for being able to decipher that information.
Yep.
Might make them
Yeah.
feel smart.
So my
So,
point,
but I will say, when we started this, they originally wanted 180, and then once I showed them all this, they're like, yeah, we can't get 180.
but why
Good
did they do that?
presentation.
Why were, because we've all met people who are not willing to come off that 180. Why do you think they came off 180?
Because the data showed them the facts, not me.
Logically and tangibly explain it.
Yes, but at the
Mhm.
same time, she let them feel like it was their opinion.
Mhm.
People can argue with your opinion all day long. They can argue with their own opinion. So they came in with an opinion of 180, but she guided them to change this is what they're talking about, the full fee agent, going to their side of the street and maybe showing them where they're not quite seeing clearly.
Yeah.
But it brings me back to, it's not about what this looks like. Right? This could be pretty, this could be red, white, and blue, this could have photos in it. It's this. And this is all I brought.
That's all I brought. You see,
Yeah.
purple highlighter, that's about it.
Yeah. It's really how you bring them to make the same decision. And then,
Did she bring, can Mia hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, Mia, did you bring also like, printouts so that they could see those houses and?
I
or-
did. I brought each house printout MLS listing and the photos that went along with it.
did they look at them?
Yes.
They did, okay.
Do
Yep.
some people just go with that and no other, like, you're not, are you taking pictures and all that?
Yeah,
Oh, you do?
I only listened for 2 weeks though.
I,
No,
no, she means,
No, I mean, like-
did you bring backup data too?
Because I already knew this person, no, maybe sometimes, but honestly, I would just tell them like, here, we can look at it digitally because that's just too much paperwork and printing and, I mean, it's not a clear visual anyhow, so
No.
no, I don't usually do the pictures. And the only other first thing that I have is, talking about the full fee agent is, here's 185 things that I'm gonna do as your listing agent. And if you want 3%, you tell me what I'm costing out here. And she was like, no, 3.5's done. I was like, okay. She's like, I trust you. And I was like, well, we can pay the other agent 3%, but I'm.
Oh, where did you get that?
Actually,
Is that NAR thing, 179 things
I
an
don't-
agent does? NAR just published one called
No.
100, I have
I
it,
could do a comparable though, but no,
Yeah.
I've had this for like years.
gotcha.
But I'm like,
Mark-
yeah, sure, which one?
I need that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
And they're like, nope. And I was like, okay, then we're gonna go 3.5%.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that too. Would you like to share that?
Sure, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I would bring, again, I would bring this stuff in case I needed it, right?
Can
Like, but,
can I share this with you, Lisa, and you
Yeah.
can forward this out?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, and I had some handouts too, my marketing plan, you know, what I'm gonna do for you. When you
Right.
work with me, here's what I do. I
Yeah,
take
I
photos,
have
I this, my marketing plan, you know. I had that, I had a
Yeah.
list of
How to prep.
how to
Yeah,
prep the house for that,
house,
how to get your
yeah.
house ready for the market, yeah. And actually, I would send that ahead of time. I would mail that to them beforehand, and then also bring it with me, because sometimes I didn't read your mail. Or didn't get it in time or whatever, but for the most part, the meat of the presentation, and it does go back to the difference between, you know, I have to remember when I stopped selling, I was 100% repeat and referral. So I didn't have to sell you on Remax, I didn't have to sell you on me, you're working with me, you called me because you want me, you're working with me. So you do, you know, I have to be, when I tell you, you don't need all that crap, you know, you might need a thing or two that shows why you, if you are in a competing situation. But again, the full fee agent says, don't be in a competing situation. The only time you want to be in a competing situation is if you've really convinced yourself through the questions you've asked the client that they don't have a favorite. They're literally calling two people because this one was referred and this one, we don't know which one we want, then absolutely compete. And you should always win because we do so much more than other agents do. But if you're going to keep that other agent honest and in their mind, you know, they've already chosen that other agent, don't even go. you got other things to do, so, anyway. Good? I'd be happy to, anytime you guys have a listing coming up and you've got your accounts pulled and you're just not sure, I'd be happy to look at them with you and help you talk through like, here's how you're gonna present them. But that is, I think that is the biggest mistake that agents make because brokers teach it. Brokers teach a presentation. It's not a presentation. It is not. It is them self-discovering. It is a conversation. And to go in there and say, because I'm your realtor, I'm gonna tell you what to do. It's just, it just doesn't work because now they can disagree with you and they can't disagree with themselves. So. Okay, guys, now we're done. Thanks, Mia.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Lisa, can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, of course. Oh, there's 2 chats.
Close out a property and they're like, can you get me, I think I know, I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but can you get me the property line? The only way to get a true property line is if they did a
Survey.
survey, right?
Yes.
I mean, I looked on the city, I looked on, yes, I looked, I mean, I can give a,
Well, that, in case you guys don't know this, I'm sure you must all know this, but on, the GIS, that is literally a photo.
it is.
With a superimposed, and they are off. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing scientific about that.
Big time.
Yeah.
And I know the city runs somewhere like at the back of his property and on all those properties, but I just.
Okay, if he's city property, there is a chance somebody at the city would come show him where his line is.
That was my next,
Mhm.
so would I call?
You shouldn't.
No.
Why are you doing
No.
it? Just out of curiosity.
No, they just asked, so
Okay.
I was, you know.
I think you should tell them, there's really no way for me to get you that without the
Right.
survey. However, you could call. What
Would
would
it
it
be
be? in the
zoning?
city? Yeah, probably zoning,
Zoning?
and tell them that you'd like to get an idea of where the property line is, and could they show you? And the only reason I know that is Freddie and I put a fence up when we lived in the city of Marshall, and they came and showed us up their property
Okay.
line. Some do, some don't,
Right,
but
for sure.
otherwise, yeah, he's gotta get a survey.
So this is. Lee.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I said Lisa 3 times. So this is the app, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's still, we had this like a year ago, and I just
I'm
let
with
it
you,
go.
Bobby.
just
Hi,
let it
guys,
go.
welcome.
It's
That's
so
welcome,
high.
welcome.
And I,
Thank you.
because it's
Going well
in
over there
my
so far?
Yeah, it's all good.
Great, good. Good for you. Thank you. Right, but it's linked to my brain, so it relaxed that net one. When I try to log into like Brianne, that's the error at Gmail,
It won't use your Gmail. You always have to log in with a Remax.
and that's primarily set to.
Okay, okay, okay.
But
Well,
if I
that's-
go to,
Crazy.
yeah,
Did you, what
because
if you,
they started first, I think is the only
I
reason.
know, what if you logged out of that? What if you went in through Max Tech?
And hit download app.
Yes.
Like, I will try that.
Try that.
Completely.
Okay, okay,
Eliminate it. Yeah.
all right.
Try that. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
it
Go to
happened.
the office?
Yeah.
If it resubmits, well,
I probably not.
oh,
And I was trying to check my balance.
Okay.
And so what happened, I think, did you get my email?
oh, I didn't. I mean,
Okay.
I'm sure I did,
So
but
at
I.
5-star, they charged me twice as much as they normally do. And I don't know why. I didn't know it was coming. Yeah, and so yours probably cleared after theirs.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
and to be honest, I haven't even looked at it because I know there's no money in it.
Okay. all right,
So it's, right now, for the first time in my entire life, I'm living on credit.
yeah. I get it.
So, can I put it on a credit card?
No, no, don't do that. Just hold off. Why should you pay interest? I mean, thank you, and yes, that's what you should do. Yeah, no problem. How you doing? Like,
I've got,
coming and,
I have 3 listings coming up next week.
good, okay,
Yeah, I'm hoping next week. I was supposed to have, photographer into the one on Ackerson Lake this
Okay.
week, and I'm having trouble getting a hold of anybody. I'm gonna try that next door photos too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna call them.
they are
And then-
like, yeah,
Good,
yeah,
good.
they are dependable, reliable. info.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
love
I, called somebody that, Bree uses and I couldn't get her, so.
Okay,
I'm gonna do that, and then I've got, one coming up with Springport, that's a really nice one.
good.
So I've got a few things coming up.
Before you know it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it will, it's just, these last few months have just been,
I get it.
it's never been this slow for me,
I get
ever.
it.
So
I
I'm
get
just
it.
like, oh my gosh, you
Yeah.
know, freaking out, and it was
Yeah.
just a horrible time to
Yeah.
transfer,
It's
so,
fine. It's fine.
but, okay.
I'd rather, you know, they say work like you don't need the money or, you know,
Yeah.
dance like nobody's watching.
Yeah.
Yes, so it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But yes, I want you to focus on the future and we'll figure it out.
Okay,
Okay.
good,
All
I really
right.
appreciate
You're,
it.
no
I got to
problem.
see your sweet little granddaughter yesterday.
Yeah?
Yes.
Where were they?
In school.
Oh,
Um,
gotcha.
They have their,
Go
is it their English class, I think?
Okay.
They had